Hello, friends. Cowboy Jobu here with the Jobu Report. Man, we are just a few hours away from kickoff of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. And man, I got to tell you, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, while I've been waiting, I've been watching all the talking shows about the Dallas Cowboys. And here I came across an interesting piece from Drew Bledsoe, basically telling you how Tony Romo feels. And I got to tell you, I feel kind of choked up right now. Let's roll the tape.
Cowboys fans will remember 2016 as the end of an era. Tony Romo's team has given way to Dak Prescott's promise. One man that can relate is Drew Bledsoe. The former NFL quarterback has been in both players' shoes and shares his unique perspective from the Cowboys quarterback of the past and their quarterback of the future.
Seasons are a fitting way to measure the passing of time. And occasionally, the passing of a season means the passing of something more. Some get better with each year. Some ripen sooner than anyone would have imagined. And some have fleeting moments where it's just right.
Back to throw Bledsoe, looking, fires it long and deep right side. Caught, touchdown,
Tony, sometimes it seems like the window will always be open. Each passing season blending together, like it'll be your time forever. Until, suddenly, it's not yours anymore.
He really got hit.
You wonder how it went by so fast. But in every meaningful way, it will always be a part of you. Everything that happens for the rest of this season happens in part because of what's come before.
Blitz is coming. They pick it up. Romo to the end zone. Looking for Williams. Caught it. Touchdown. Perfect throw.
Your legacy will be defined as much by how you handled this moment as by how you've performed for the past decade. And maybe, just maybe, because of that, another window might open in a season to come.
I was that kid once. Stepping in, having to prove yourself. And if I remember one thing from back then, it's the people that helped me. And if I can be that to Dak, I've tried to be, and I will be going forward. He's earned the right to be our quarterback.
Dak, sometimes you got to be ready sooner than anyone would have expected. Primed from the moment you emerge into the sunlight. Because once in a long while, a season comes along that leaves its mark.
Prescott's rolling to his right. He fires toward the lip of the end zone. The catch made 2 feet barely inside the line. Touchdown, Terrence Williams.
Hold on to the experience and respect those who've come before you. Because the rarity of the opportunity is what makes it so special. Gentlemen, there is life beyond football. I assure you of that. But now, in this moment, for this season, there is nothing beyond Sunday. And perhaps, like a great vintage, a contest that just might stand the test of time.
I mean, wow, what an awesome piece. I mean, that must make you guys reflect on your time in the NFL, and it really is kind of short-lived.
Every time I open a nice Cabernet, I reflect. that piece in itself, just talking about, hey, look, when you going into retirement and the way that happened for Bledsoe, that might drive anyone to drink, Coach.
For me, it was interesting. The transition, and I know not unlike yours, Sean, to a degree, was I didn't know my last game was my last game. Mm-hmm. It was, tough season for us. I was told I was coming back. Had no reason to believe I wouldn't, and then it changed. And even after that, it was, well, okay, I'll be back into the game, even beyond just being involved at the media level. And it didn't turn out that way. And so that whole idea, which I'm great with, he's exactly right. You learn, it's amazing. Geez, there is life after football. This is kind of neat in September, and I can be on my boat in October.
Here with us?
Yeah, be here with you guys, and it's part of your life for your entire life. But looking back on the fact that not being able to appreciate that my last game was my last game, that's kind of the one haunting thing that stays with me.
I think as a player, we're so programmed that, you know, we can't think about that. So you become insulated and you start thinking, all right, man, I can't think about all that other stuff. I got to focus on the task at hand. You don't even realize what it is you're going through until it's over with. Till your career's over with and you look back and you think, wow, you know what? It really was an unbelievable time. And I think Drew did a great job of just talking about how, as a veteran player, it's not always just, you know, about you. And I think Drew realized that, hey, but when Brady came in, it wasn't about him. Romo's realizing that now, too. Sometimes as players, we always think, man, it's about me. And guess what? When you're done, somebody else is coming in to wear your number and to play your position, and that's not something you're used to.
As he said, that's one of the hardest things. It's been the hardest things because he felt like this was such a great team. He has won 16 of his last 20 starts, so you know it takes a really special rookie to keep him out of the lineup. You guys faced both of them this season. Your Eagles did. What do you think when you look at both of these different quarterbacks? What does it take to face each?
Yeah, I think they're unique in their skill set. Everybody's seen Tony Romo's body of work and what he does, but I think Dak Prescott is totally different where, you know, he brings that mobility and obviously you put Zeke behind him in front of that line. But one thing that happens with Dak is he does not change protection much. He can change your play, but he doesn't identify pressure. So you get free runners to the quarterback a lot.
Is that you?
No, that was kind of borrowing.
Okay.
This right here would be me, though. This is all-out blitz. It looks like we're in single high, and all of a sudden, he brings the guy in motion, and he doesn't change the play. So you get a free runner right to him. He doesn't identify that well. Tony Romo, on the other hand, sees all of that, has that command, and can change it. And so you see him right here. He sees it, changes the protection. He knows who's coming, points it out, identifies it. Everybody knows, and then the blitz gets picked up. So he sees right now we got two linebackers that are going to come right up the middle.
No crosstalk?
Yeah, so everybody's on the same page. They can run the play in there and a good look. And defensively, that puts a lot of stress on you because when you send players, you're hoping that the pressure gets there. And now we got Connor Barwin in coverage. The ball's out quick, and he makes plays.
And Dak will get there.
Yeah.
He's just not there now.
not there yet.
And that's what,
Yeah, and you said you'd rather
for that
face
reason,
Dak.
no disrespect to Dak,
No,
but
not at
that
all.
dynamic right
Yeah.
there is why you would rather face a Dak Prescott, not because he's not a good player, but because he's not quite there yet, and Tony Romo can do more to affect the protections.
Yeah, the game plan trying to go at Dak is easier to plan for, harder in application because even when you send blitzers, they got to get them on the ground,
Right.
which is a lot harder to do than when you get to Tony Romo. So,
If he wins today, he'll be the youngest quarterback to win a playoff game since Mark Sanchez in 2009.
Hello fans, Cowboy Joe Boo here, and it wouldn't be a party without Rowdy. How you doing today, Rowdy? You heard it live from Rowdy. Back to you in the studio.